Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I am here with my home fragrance empties for the week. So this is from Black Friday through, what day is today? The 4th? Yes, Black Friday through December the 4th. I have a Mr. Rip chewing on a bone right next to me. You probably could hear it, but you got to do what you got to do to get a few minutes of quiet to film these videos. So apologies if that is annoying, but I have a lot this week. As I was sorting, I was shocked at how much wax I have. So let's cut the chit chat and get started. I will start with Scentsy. Finish off a counter clean this week that I have been working on for the last few weeks in Autumn Road Trip. I love our counter cleans so very much. I use it for the counters. I've used it for little stains on the floor. I used it for just like spot treatment cleaning around the house. Also love this fragrance. It's a nice apple and woodsy kind of oak scent. Really enjoyed this, and now I'm using the what is that called? Perfect Peppermint Counter Clean, and I am loving that. It's definitely putting me in the holiday spirit, but 100% would repurchase Autumn Road Trip. For bars, I went through a bar of Balsam Spice. I went through a few bars of this recently. This was my last bar that I currently have in my collection. It is available in our catalog. It has notes of cinnamon, charred cedar, and balsam. Man, sorry, he is very loud. This is a very nice cinnamon spiced heavy tree. It's definitely a holiday-esque bar. It feels very holiday, Christmas, cozy in nature. I have enjoyed this on its own. I've enjoyed it mixed. I will say this was my last bar of it, and I don't foresee myself picking any more up, at least for a little while. This is a perfect holiday tree. I have enjoyed this a lot, but I've melted probably 10 or 12 bars of this since it was first released. And I kind of feel like it's run its course with me. You know, like it's good. I've enjoyed it, but there's new tree scents coming out. Like I really love the iced balsam right now. That is the December scent of the month. I love that one. I did a whole cold sniff and warm review impression of that bar, so I will link that above, but really enjoying that. So I just feel like there's other tree that I'm kind of liking more at this moment, but still a good tree scent. Speaking of tree, this is my last Scentsy tree. I think so. Frosted White Pine. This was from the Scents of the Season, I want to say last year. I had 2 bars of this, so I'm down to my last bar. Elizabeth was just talking about this in a recent Empties, or was it her melting basket for December? I can't remember, and it just reminded me that I had this bar in my collection. So I went and found the couple that I had, and oh my gosh, I really enjoyed this one. This has notes of pine needles, crisp greens, and winter air. It's definitely a kind of sharper, crisper tree. Almost pulls a little bit cologne to me. Maybe it's this winter air, the crisp greens, something about that pulls kind of man just out of the shower to me a little bit. So I feel like you get that nice cologne-y note, and then you get like a sharp pine type of fragrance. Very pretty. I enjoy this one a lot. Melted this in my bedroom, and I'm very happy to have one more bar of it. I wish I had more, but Lord knows I have enough wax, so that is okay. Sugar Plum Berry, another Scents of the Season bar. This I really love. I've talked about it a lot recently. I feel like I have melted it. This is probably my 3rd bar I've gone through this season already. And then I put it in my recommendation video for that, like bringing back my bar promotion that they did. I really enjoy this scent immensely. This is spiced citrus peel, evergreen berries, sugar plum, and cinnamon stick. Oh, you just get all of that. You get like a nice simmer pot. You get tree, you get beautiful berries. This is gorgeous. and an absolute powerhouse fragrance. So I do have this in a club right now. I don't normally keep a club, but if you watch that Scentsy haul that I did of all of those bars that they released, I couldn't get everything I wanted financially in a reasonable financial matter, right? And so I am keeping the club at least for a little bit so I can kind of work through some of those bars, see which ones I really do love, warm them, and then the next time that ships, I will have a better understanding of what I like and actually, you know, what I can remove. So this is in a club, at least for the short term, and I'm not mad about that because I really love that scent. Two I picked up in clearance, and I don't know if this was in the bar promotion or not, but it came out November 1st in the clearance section, so it was confusing how they did things. But two of Pink Berry Fluff. I'm melting this today in both my wax room and in my bedroom. I just pulled out the 2 bars that I got of this. This is a little bit on the lighter side. It's not as strong as I would like, but it's kind of a pink sugar marshmallow fragrance. It's sweet and girly and feminine, cotton candy fluffy marshmallow. It's pretty, but I wish it was a little bit stronger, and I can't say that it's one I absolutely love, but it is a really nice kind of cozy but sweet bedroom scent. Finished off, I believe, my last bar of Holiday Market. And this was in an LTO last year. Was this in the holiday collection? I can't remember. But this is a really nice scent. This has more of an apple cider type feel. It definitely has some mulled spices. Could pull both fall and holiday. It, to me, leans very kind of warm, cozy apple cider. Really pretty scent. I enjoyed this a lot. Melted a rum pum plum. I have, I think, 6 or 7 of this left, and this one was starting to get juicy. I don't know. This is a very strong bar in general, but also a very dark colored bar. And I noticed the dark, like deep purples, to me, those tend to get a little sweatier faster than some of the others. But this is purely a plum bakery. You really get the bakery notes, like crust, nice plum, very, very good. Don't think this is currently available, or is it? I'm really bad about knowing what's in the catalog and what's not, especially because we've had so many bars just hitting Scentsy recently. Like, was this in a clearance? Was this in that always get my bar promotion they did? Is this in the catalog? Was this in an LTO? I don't know. Hopefully you can still get that. And then last from Scentsy, I melted a frosted ginger cookie. This came out in a Bring Back My Bar a few years ago, and I loved this one. It was one of my favorites from that kind of grouping of scents. This is chewy brown sugar cookie, warm ginger, and vanilla. Very nice. This is a very heavy, like crisp bakery ginger. Definitely gives me like a ginger cookie feel for sure. Very sweet. It is so pretty. Picked up, I think, a 6-pack of this when this bar was available, and no regrets. So we'll continue to enjoy this during the holidays. Maybe I'll try to melt another one before the holiday season is over. But that is it for Scentsy, and then we will move to vendor wax. I have quite a lot of vendors this week, so I'm trying to organize here. Let's start with the couple that are one-ofs, and then I'll go through the ones that I have multiple of. So today in my open concept from Rose Girls, I'm melting Amanda's Pine Ridge Farm. So this is one of the blends that Jenny did for Amanda, the owner of Salt Mountain Melts. This is Pine Ridge Farm, kind of Amanda's Pine Ridge Farm, and then Rose Girl's Mario's Home for the Holidays. So those notes are fresh cut pine, cinnamon sugar, toasted marshmallow, Christmas wish, oh Christmas tree, toasted marshmallow, royal sugar cookie, and vanilla bean Noel. So I got this for a few reasons. For one, Rose Girls Mario's Home for the Holidays. I absolutely love that scent, and I'd only ever melted Pine Ridge Farm from Salt Mountain one time. I had a souffle of it, but I really enjoyed it. It kind of gave me like old school Christmas vibes from Teddy B's a little bit, which I have in my empties here. So sneak peek to the Teddy B's. But it gave me that type of just cozy Christmas feel. And so when I saw this one, I had to have it. So it's going in my open concept right now, this whole mini melter bag. I would say it's more of a medium performer. I would have expected it to be a little bit stronger, but it is really pretty. You get a lot of the Mario's Home for the Holidays. It's warm, it's cozy, you get the nice pine. I have another bag of that, so I will continue to enjoy that scent. From Dessa's, finished off Christmas movie season. Now, somebody gifted this to me, and I'm so sorry, I cannot remember who it is. I want to say it was Natalie. Maybe Summer? I can't remember. And I feel so badly when I can't remember who gave me something, because I feel like it sounds like I'm unappreciative, and that is not the case at all. I am so appreciative of anybody that has ever sent me wax. I think I get the wax, I'm excited, I smell it, I talk to that person, and then I go put it away, and I should take the time and like write out the name. So I want to be I want to be better about that. This is Fresh Balsam Cider Lane Type and Cinnamon Streusel. I had this going in my kitchen. I could smell it, but it was a medium performer at best. I felt like you got the Cider Lane the most. I don't know if I really picked up any tree or really any streusel. There might have been a little bit of like bakery spice to it, but I picked up a lot of the Cider Lane. Not something I would get again, but enjoyed it for what it was, and I definitely appreciate being able to try it. For Tarts, I melted a half bam of Here to Slay. Now, this was from the Advent pre-order that she did back in like January or February, and I have to say, I have just really enjoyed, I think, every scent I have purchased from that pre-order. Really enjoyed them. So I know there's an Advent going right now. I don't normally do the Advent calendars, but I hope that maybe she considers doing a Advent calendar pre-order again in the future, because I really enjoyed it. And they're new scents to Super Tarts. I feel like most of the scents I have from Super Tarts, I've been melting for like 10 years. So maybe it's just exciting to find new scents that I've never tried before. But this one was Strawberry Pound Cake, Cotton Candy, and Refreshing Rain. I love her Strawberry Pound Cake. I think that Brandy has an excellent Strawberry Pound Cake. I can't say I get really rain too much from this. I never would pinpoint that there was rain or anything super fresh in here. I really get the Strawberry Pound Cake, the Cotton Candy. There is something maybe a little bit fresh and sweet about it, so maybe that's where the rain comes in. But it's just, to me, her really great cotton candy or her really great Strawberry Pound Cake, and then add the cotton candy. So really enjoyed that. From Sassy Girl Aroma, I melted a brittle of Christmas at Santa's. One of my favorite Christmas scents. Really enjoy this, not only in the wax, but I also have this in the perfume, which I love as well. This has notes of pepperberry wreath, sugar cookies, and marshmallow fireside. I love this so much. Oh, you get the pepperberry wreath, it's so strong. You get this nice cozy bakery note to it. I feel like the pepperberry wreath is the strongest out of this by far. So I probably had like half of this brittle in my open concept. I put 2 of the pieces per warmer, and after an hour or 2, I really couldn't smell it that well. I could smell it a little bit, but it definitely wasn't strong. I would almost consider it like a light to medium at best. So I went through the rest of the brittle and I put an extra piece in each warmer. So all of the warmers had 3 chunks in there, and then I could smell it really well. So I don't know, the last couple of brittles I melted from Sassy, I haven't had the best performance from it. I don't know. These are old. This is probably 3 or 4 years old at this point. So normally I don't have trouble with old Sassy Aroma. And even this, I could smell this great once I just added the extra cube. But it feels like, just maybe, things have been a little bit lighter than normal. Or it's my nose. That is very possible too. Okay. From Lavender and Speckles, I have a sampler piece from the Roasted Pine Cone Sampler. This is Oh Christmas Tree. It's in this nice snap bar form, which is my favorite form of sampler that she does. They're so easy. This is roasted pine cones and Palo Santo. It's simple, it's classic, but she has an amazing roasted pine cone and an amazing Palo. What a good, just staple classic blend that not only you can melt on its own, but would be great mixed. Have melted many of those. Then we have Winter Wonderland. I think this might be Summer's Blend Request or Custom. Balsam Fir, Hint of Dirt, Roasted Pine Cones, Fresh Mountain Air, Marshmallow Fireside, and Snowy Mint. I liked this, but I can't say that this was like a love. I don't think I would get this again. This was very smoky on warm to me. And I like smoke, but I think I was wanting it to be a little fresher and crisp and more like crisp, clean air, I guess is the vibe that I was kind of thinking in my head. But to me, I got more kind of wood smoke from this. Still a beautiful scent, don't get me wrong, but not sure if it was one that I absolutely love. I'm running out of room in this basket to put these empties back in. Okay, and then last from Lavender and Speckles, I went through a large bag of birchwood, pine, and buttercream. It's as simple as it sounds. So the birchwood pine, I believe, is the like nest type, and then you add buttercream in there. I love birchwood pine. This is just a classic, beautiful Christmas scent. So take that and add the creamy buttercream. Gorgeous. Absolutely would get that again. I went through 3 clamshells from K's, and all 3 of these I have gone through recently and talked about them, so I will try to just rapid fire these really quick. I think K's does fantastic with Christmas scents. I have a lot of great Christmas wax here though, so it's hard to, I would say Teddy Bees is probably my favorite as far as Christmas wax, but I love K's as well. So I went through Christmas Tree, which is a new love of mine. Really enjoyed this one. Pine Needles, Fir Balsam, Warm Cedar, and Bright Citrus. 2 classic favorites of mine that I have melted for years. Whoever came up with these blends, kudos to you. Santa's Pajamas. This one is the Pinecone Snickerdoodle and Autumn Flannel. Love it, highly recommend. And then Peppermint Pine Cones. Again, another one of my favorites. This one is the Peppermint Candy Pine Cones and Twinkies. I love these so much. So I'm very glad that Kay's business is going to continue. I think one of her family members maybe is taking over, because I was going to be sad to not get some of her tree and Christmas blends. Okay, for Second and Spruce, I went through a Santa's Beach Party mini loaf. Now, this used to be I would say my favorite scent from her, or one of my top favorite scents, and something is just different about it. I feel like her tree oils have changed compared to what they used to be. And I've said that before on here, and it seems like other people have felt the same way. So I don't think it's just a me thing, but I feel like some of her tree is different than it used to be, in my opinion. And this is one of them that I feel like I used to love, but then she did a pre-order and offered this, and I bought like 3 mini loaves of it because I love this scent so much. And then getting it and melting it, I think it's different. I don't know, maybe it is just me, maybe I'm crazy, but it doesn't smell quite like it used to. It's still beautiful, and I still really enjoyed this scent, and I believe I still have one of those mini loaves left from when I had repurchased this, but I can't say that this is a scent that I'm going to probably pick up again after I finish that last mini loaf, but I will use that and enjoy it. Santa's Beach Party, this is her beach party, beach nights type marshmallow fireside, pine boughs, roasted pine cones, and sugar cookies. You definitely have to like the beach nights and tree to enjoy that scent. Santa's Cinnamon Crunch Cookies. This I got in an RTS that she did. Yeah, the RTS she did over the summer, but she offered this in this last pre-order. I did not pick any more of it up because I still had this one, but this is an absolutely beautiful blend. For one, her milk and cookies, which is in the notes here, is fantastic. So cinnamon crunch cookies, milk and cookies, and eggnog. Her eggnog is the best eggnog, hands down, no question out there. And I probably would say the same about her milk and cookies. Her milk and cookies, you actually can tell it's milk and cookies. And it's not like sour milk or anything like that. It's creamy and crunchy, and oh my gosh, it's so good. So add those really nice, creamy, bakery heavy notes to a cinnamon crunch cookie. Beautiful. If you like bakery scents, like cozy bakery, this was phenomenal. Really enjoyed that. And then I melted the sample of Rosetta Coast. So this was the sample that was just in the pre-order that I got, and I have seen a lot of people get this sample too. I was very excited that this was the sample I had got. I had seen people post their orders on their on the Facebook page and getting this sample, and when I read the notes, I was like, oh my gosh, I really hope I got that. Luckily I did. So this is Beach Party, Commodity Milk Type, Delicia Drench, Warm Vanilla Sugar, and Rich Vanilla. I am like 50-50 on it. I think it smells really beautiful, but all I get from this on cold as well as on warm, to me, is Delicia Drench and Beach Nights. It just, to me, smells like an extra creamy, marshmallow heavy Delicia Drench. And that scent is beautiful, and I really enjoy that. But I was hoping to get more of the commodity milk, the warm vanilla sugar. I was hoping it would be a little bit more vanilla perfume heavy, and I'm not at the moment picking that up. Now, I've only melted the sample of this, so my assumption is that if she can, she will offer this in the next pre-order. I 100% am going to get a mini loaf if that happens and put it in an open space and try it again. Again, it's beautiful. I just want more of those other notes to come out that I'm not picking up yet. I'm kind of getting into the commodity milk more than I used to be. Like at first I was a little, the note is a little abrasive, I feel like, and I was a little like, whoa, this is intense, and I felt like it kind of overtook some blends. But now there's blends that I feel like I'm searching for commodity milk and I'm not getting it. So I don't know, maybe I like commodity milk more than I thought. Okay, and then the last vendor is Teddy Bees. I went through 3 souffles over this last week. First is Over the Hill and Through the Woods. This is a Christmas trees and cream blend. I've loved Christmas trees and cream so much. So this is blended with warm apple cider. It is gorgeous. I feel like this is a blend that you actually get the warm apple cider. Sometimes things blended with Christmas trees and cream. I also feel this way about Jaws from Super Tarts. Whatever it's blended with, I don't always feel like I get that, but I do feel like I get the apple cider with this. Melted this in my open concept, and it was gorgeous. And I will say, so I'm also going to talk about Dracarys and Old School Christmas. All three of these, I feel like only lasted 5 or 6 hours at a solid, good strength. Now, I am normally fine with that because of the amount of wax that I have, and it kind of gives me the opportunity midday to change my wax. But I do recognize and kind of agree that I would want wax to last longer than that. I am okay with it because of how much wax that I have. But if I ever, hopefully, fingers crossed, come to the day where I have a lot more minimal wax, I would be disappointed in the performance of these. Not that I couldn't smell them, but disappointed in the longevity, if that makes sense. I think that these should last longer than 5 or 6 hours in your warmers. Ideally, I would like something to last 12 hours, like the course of the day. But again, I'm okay with it since I have so much wax, but realistically, I do think that these should last longer. I don't know if that if that makes any sense. I could smell all of these strength and performance wise, that is not a problem. But longevity wise, I do feel like these died out. So Over the Hill and Through the Woods. Then we have Dracarys. This is Summer's baby. She loves this one. This is warm cinnamon bark, fireside vanilla, vanilla balsam, cedarwood smoke, and hints of blackberry musk. This is from the Game of Thrones collection. Nice, cozy, warm cinnamon, but it's so interesting. It's not a spicy cinnamon. It really is like a fireside cinnamon bark. That is a perfect way to describe it. A nice, warm and cozy, I would say fall throughout winter fragrance. I think I have one more souffle of that. And then I pulled out Old School Christmas. I have quite a bit of this. I think I have a loaf of it and maybe a few souffles. This is a just quintessential classic Christmas scent. Fresh pine, red apples, warm cinnamon, sugar crystals, and marshmallow cream. So I think the This Is Christmas scent that she just had in her last pre-order is similar to this for sure. I definitely think that they are cousins. They're in the same family. They both give me that kind of apple heavy Christmas vibe. This Is Christmas, I feel like, is spicier, whereas Old School Christmas, I feel like, is a little bit sweeter, a little bit more fruit, not as heavy spice. Definitely in the same scent family, though. This is gorgeous. Really enjoyed melting this. That is my empties. That is a lot of empties for a week. It's actually kind of surprising that I got through that much, but happy to be melting and enjoying my holiday wax. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my video and be here. Really, it means the world to me. But hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye.